A captive audience. I'm Suni Danforth. Now, yes, it does say we were right about J6. I firmly believe that, but I still am Suni Danforth. And tonight, of course, with Don Anderson. Hey, Don.
Hello, Sunny. It's always a pleasure on Wonderful Wednesday.
And tonight we have a special guest, Joel Pawloski, who is one of the primary filers for the constitutional carry for Oregon petition. And Joel is here tonight to talk with us. And Joel, it's wonderful. This is the first time on Captive Audience, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm Joel Pawloski, retired lieutenant colonel, and, chairman of the Marion County Republican Party and, going on offense.
I like it.
There we go. There we go. Well, welcome. It's wonderful to have you on Captive Audience. And, we have 4 hosts, so I don't always know if somebody is on as a guest. But it's so, Joel, what's your weather there today?
This morning, I woke up to snow for the 8th or 9th day in a row. And then it melts off because we're only at about 700 feet of elevation where I live. But so there are friends of mine that are close by. I mean, like 5 miles away that are still buried. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've got rain. It just started raining here today. It's 43 degrees. I'm looking at fresh snow over on the mountain. But right before we launched here, Don was telling me that it's snowing at his place. Now he's in Vancouver, Washington.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it snowed like crazy this morning. I mean, it went up to 41 degrees, so it melted as soon as it hit the pavement. But it was like a whiteout for a couple of hours. It's crazy.
Yeah, I had that experience last week here in Salem. Went into town for a minute and driving out on 22 past Lancaster and stuff. It was so bad. You couldn't see past the hood of the truck. If you haven't been there, there's a big hill that goes up past the garbage dump and the prison there.
Mm-hmm.
And going up that hill, I had to go around a Tesla. It was doing probably 20 miles an hour with
I love it.
Warning lights, hazard lights on.
I thought they could
punched over the wheel, death grip, staring intently at the road. So, yeah. So we don't.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you. I know over on the west side there, you guys have been getting quite a bit more snow than what we've been getting over here. I get it in the mountains, but we haven't had it so much at our house. It's on the west side. But for the next 6 days, we're all going to be getting all kinds of weather. So I'm glad you're here. Glad we're getting. You know what? We need the snow. We need the moisture. We need the rain, and it challenges those Teslas.
Mm-hmm. Yes, don't worry. It will still cause us to be in drought conditions. Okay, because there's money to be made off of drought.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's an emergency.
Right. So, Joel, the big topic and why you are here. I mean, you can come back anytime on Captive Audience, but tonight we want to learn about the constitutional carry for Oregon petition that you and Gene Sampson and Carrie McQuistion.
Can't say her name.
Oh. Sorry, I let the cat out of the bag. I didn't know.
Yes, Carrie McQuiston. Okay. Oh yeah. Ooh, scary.
No, I don't know about that.
I really hope she's not watching this.
So, hey, Joel, how did you guys all come to do this petition? Give us the background.
Well, first we have to back up in history a ways. So I met Carrie during the campaign for Gouverneur, and you did too.
Oh yeah.
Jean just let me know she's watching. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I met her there, and first at the Marion County party just meeting, I was the PCP who sat in the audience and asked the hard question about Trump. and got everybody all upset. She even wrote about this in the book. I'm giving a spoiler there.
Mhm.
All right. Anyway, so, and I just worked on her campaign, and through that process, we became friends. And one of the things that we kept talking about was, gun rights and so on and so forth. You remember back in April of last year now, we went to the gun range.
Yes, we did. And we had fun.
And I was the one that set that up. And so both of us have a very strong belief in our Second Amendment rights, and both of us, enjoy shooting. And so that was, just kind of a natural thing that we talked about a lot. And I don't know who brought it up first, but one of the things that came up and kept coming up was constitutional carry. And so we it just kept getting talked about. And then earlier this year, someone gave me some information on Senate Joint Resolution 3, which was essentially written to be constitutional carry. More on that later, because it actually wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we used that, and a week ago, Tuesday, so 8 days ago, all right, we were having a chat, and I was like, what if we just do this thing? And we did. And we were like, because I was thinking about it, and I've been talking about it, but we just needed to do it. All right. And so Carrie basically told me that if I didn't allow her, she wasn't going to be a chief petitioner, that somehow I would be like unfriended by like the entire world, and she would hunt me down in the afterlife and never speak to me again. So with that kind of pressure, I folded easily. So we've always talked about this. This is a thing that we've always wanted, wanted to do. And we've got 114 and all the other garbage that we've seen out of and we need to push back. And so actually push back, not just talk about pushback, not just sit on the radio and run our pie holes and talk about, hey, what are we going to do now? Oh, everything's so bad. No, let's actually do something. So actually we can. And
well, fabulous. And so I have posted in the chat there a link to the website.
Yes.
If you would like
it's very bare bones.
Check out their website, sign up, get involved. Yes. And now, okay, so you have filed this just 8 days ago.
Yes.
Now, what's the first step?
Well, so the first step is to gather 1,000 signatures, and we got the signature templates today.
Okay.
So I have those in my hot little hands, and we will start gathering signatures tomorrow.
Okay, fantastic. Can people help you guys do that, or are you using
the first 1,000 is we've got some people around here, and so we've got a bit of a team built, but we're mostly building that team for the long haul, where we need 160,000 plus buffer, which means more like 200,000 signatures. And fortunately, we've got until July 5th of 2024 to get it done.
Well, that's good, because, getting started early in the year before the fairs are and all of the events of summer.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's a huge boon. So last night was so Joel is the chair for Marion County. I'm the chair, Republican Party chair for Umatilla County. And last night I was actually at our meeting talking about this, letting our PCP know what is coming this summer. There you go. Right. That
in the right spot. Yeah.
We've got the Let Them Learn petition coming, and the constitutional carry for Oregon petition coming. And I don't know what other petitions, but those two I do know. And
so to give you an idea,
we have to set the groundwork and to to get all of that happening, and knowing that that's coming. And I did mention last night that you guys were probably having to do 1,000 signatures, and then you'll get your 10-line petition.
No, we got the 10 line right now.
Okay.
But we don't get the official title.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have a draft title right now, and we are not an actual petition. It's because we don't have a petition number.
Right.
All right.
That's right. Right.
So we're not, or a measure, number. It's a petition for this one because it's constitutional.
Okay. So Lori Shaw is asking sites. I'm not quite sure what she means by that.
Website, constitutionalcarry4oregon.com.
There. And then also, is it for the entire state?
Yes. This is statewide. Okay.
Yeah.
The effect of it is to get rid of the mother may I from government. If you have a right and you have to go ask permission to use it, do you have a right?
Exactly.
Maybe not.
I have concealed carry, but quite frankly, I shouldn't have to apply for that.
Yeah. So there's no permit then under this. This is the same. We're going for the same system or same setup that Vermont has, which is in their constitution. So it is an incredibly simple one sentence. All right.
Okay.
And anyway.
Okay, so now we're getting some questions here.
Yes, and
will there be a petition to sign online, and is it on the website?
It is not on the website yet because I just made it like 10 seconds before I got online here.
It's all in the works, everybody. It's all in the works.
So I'm the webmaster too, Okay,
you're busy.
And I have not built a website since 2009, so I'm just saying.
The brain muscles are working.
Yes. Oh man, this is just like, what is that again? Oh yeah. So the entire initiative boils down to the Section 27, Article 1 of the Constitution of the State of Oregon is amended to read, and it reads Section 27, Section 1: the people shall have the right to bear arms for the defense of themselves and the state, but the military shall be kept in strict subordination to civil power. That's in the that's the Constitution right now. This is our change. We add a second sentence. The right described in subsection 1 of this section includes the right to carry without a permit a concealed firearm. That's the whole thing.
Okay, so
there's nothing. It's on the back of everything that you sign, so you can read it as required by law and common sense. So that it's very, very simple. And
so I have a question, Joel.
Yes.
This is going to amend the Constitution. Do
Yes.
you have a higher threshold of signatures to get because it amends the Constitution?
Yes, we have to get 8% of the last gubernatorial race, which is 160,500 and change. That's the minimum number, but the Secretary of State will determine which signatures are valid and which ones are not, and yada yada yada. And we've been through this process before, so we'll bring in a lot more than that. Yeah. Okay.
And then, do you guys anticipate having a petition online then that people can print and sign it and send it in single line?
I'm laughing because we were talking about this just before I came on the show. And so, yes, we will.
All righty. All right. Well, we're getting some questions, getting some answers. And so just 8 days ago, you've all filed this. Now, Lori says, I'm confused. Oregon is already open carry, and Second Amendment is an unalienable right.
Yes, she's correct.
That's open carry. This would allow concealed carry.
This would allow you to carry a firearm, period. Without restriction. The only restrictions really are if you're 18, so an adult and not a felon.
So how many other states have constitutional carry?
25.
Okay.
25 states.
So we could be 26. This is very
We
good.
could be
This
26.
would be then just over the majority.
Yeah,
That would be very good.
We could be taking the country over the hump. We would be the first ones on the West Coast, as you know. California, is certainly signing. No, we're kind of unique in Oregon in that only the people can change the Constitution in Oregon. Okay, so the legislature can make a bunch of noise about stuff, but they can't stop this and they can't change it once we've put it in, and we will.
Oh, amen to that. I will tell you, I was
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, actually, because I used to, at one time, a whole lifetime ago, lived in Southern California, and I can recall a few times a bill that was voted down by the people 3 times, the same bill, and then legislature passed it and just like override the people. And that should not happen. And so with the Constitution, I think that for the state of Oregon, I think that is great. That's going to, that is a lot of, now Patty says she knew that, Joel, and good job. But, she was also a political science major. Patty Horton is of Klamath County.
I'm not a political science major. I'm an actual scientist.
And yes, Lori, dead people can't vote.
No, dead people cannot sign. But
in
what was the got me laughing.
Okay.
Anyway.
So this is just the beginning, everybody. I mean, this is just the beginning. And I guarantee you, we will be having Joel back on, or one other of the team, as they would like to come on and give us updates of what's going on and what else we can do to help. But I would hope other people, this is not the first time any of us have ever gathered signatures, I would guess, of many of our audience even. And so it's time to start laying the groundwork to gather signatures for at least those 2 petitions, and throughout our state.
Yeah, the last time we had a big petition drive that succeeded and made a difference, so to speak, but temporarily, was in driver's licenses for illegals. It was passed by the legislature in 2014. And then overturned overwhelmingly. And then 2018 came along and the legislature did it again, but this time with the emergency clause installed, so the people didn't get a vote. And that's the problem with that. So
that is a problem. That emergency clause needs to go away, quite frankly.
Maybe we'll,
it's an abuse.
And it's one of those, I don't want to get in the weeds on that, but it's one of those things where you're, the average person eyes glaze over as soon as you start talking in the, this is a thing where you kind of got to, and the thing, and everybody just is like, no, I don't want to hear it. So we got to figure out a way to communicate properly on that. And then, I've talked with several legislators who would love to see it removed.
And 2,
but we don't have to worry about that. And so that one of the reasons why we're doing this is because our last win statewide, really, aside from Dennis Richardson winning the Secretary of State job, was that 2014 vote. And so we need a win.
Yes, we do. We definitely need a win. Seriously need a win. Now, we did win, not statewide, but, we at least sent another Congress person,
Lori.
right? I mean, exactly. And so we are making some inroads, how difficult it is. And this would be a huge thing, frankly, for the state of Oregon, I think, very, very much.
This will have an impact nationwide because our tiny little announcement that we made on Friday morning snapped necks across the nation, because I could hear them from my house. All right. I'm serious. Because We were on the Fox News Chiron, okay, all weekend long.
Really?
He's coming to Oregon. It's like, what? You know, and I don't watch Fox News, so, you know, somebody else told me that. So take it with a grain of salt. So it was probably there. I don't know how long it was. But the issue is it was there. And there were other places across elsewhere in the country that picked up the story. It was AP reported it. Okay. So it went out and it went out across the nation. And you know, it is entertaining to me to watch that kind of reaction and then see Oregonians come back with comments on the Facebook page that we have, Constitutional Carry for Oregon Facebook page. Look it up, like it, follow it, do that thing.
And it's not the number 4. It's F-O-R.
It's not the number 4. It's spelled out F-O-R. Okay. All right. Yes. And so a couple of comments are like, oh, it's never going to work because they're going to cheat. Everything's going to suck.
There's always the Debbie Downers. Oh, my word. You know,
like,
you
really?
won't get out of bed if you listen to them.
Okay. Give me a break. What am I supposed to do? You know? Oh, okay, great. I may as well not even try then because, you know, I'm going to move to Florida.
Right. Yeah, no, you know, I'll tell you, we do have to fight for this state, and we have to continue chipping away at every way we can. Yep. And I know that our Second Amendment right is a nonpartisan issue.
Oh yeah,
it's absolutely a nonpartisan issue, and so this goes across the state. I know many Democrats that belong to our gun club, I say ours, but the gun club I belong to a couple of them. And they're not radical Democrats. They're conservative leaning Democrats, and that they love shooting. And you know what? Who doesn't want to? Thank you, Jean, for posting the Facebook link. Very good. And, but who doesn't want that right? That is our right that we shouldn't have to have the permission for. So fabulous.
Well, because I'm the Marion County chair, and Marion County happens to hold the Puzzle Palace in it, you know, the white marble building that sits somewhere in downtown Salem that issues proclamations on occasion. Okay, I know a few people that work in that building, and I know they've had some conversations on Friday. We're like, I can't say names because it would be a problem, but they came by and literally stopped people in the hallway and whispered, "Thank you."
Oh, hooray. Oh, hooray.
Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. You know, there's going to be a lot of support on this. There is going to be
so much bigger than all the Debbie Downers on the planet can believe, because it isn't that, you know, if everybody, you know, Texas is getting constitutional carry, no one will look. Okay.
Right.
Oregon is having another crazy gun control bill, which, by the way, came out on Friday. No one cared because that's not news. Okay. You know, but this is news because it breaks the narrative. It's different. Okay.
It breaks the mold of the 3 blue states on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that because of what they've constructed in the city like Portland, it's really necessary. I mean, if you don't, if you're not carrying in Portland, you are asking for it. I mean, I go into Portland periodically, and I've never felt this before. But I'm like, I only go because I have to, because I have, my mom is there, and it's like you actually are looking over your shoulder now. You're nervous. The place there's no law enforcement. I mean, there's no traffic cops. People speed like mad. There's like, you never see cops anymore. I mean, I've been on the freeway and had cars race by me on both sides going 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. Things you would never, that just happen all the time there now. It's incredible, you know. So if you're not packing in Portland, you're just risking your own life because there's no cops to save you anyway.
Yeah, that's
and you know, that goes along with Walmart closing their stores.
Yes.
You know, in Portland 580 people out of a job in 2 stores. And that speaks because it is the crime, the lawlessness that is happening there. And it just goes along with it. And people are, and it's not, it is a lot in Portland, but even I live in a small little town here, 7,000 people. And I was driving a couple of days ago and I went, oh, wow, they've put plywood over the windows of a building that's a warehouse type building that has not had to have plywood on it before. And I'm seeing a rise in crime in our community. So it is happening in a lot of areas, but Portland.
If I could just say real quick, one of the things the left loves to talk about is food deserts and this sort of thing, right? But their very policies create them. I mean, you can go through huge swaths of Portland. I know Portland like the back of my hand, right? And you can go through huge swaths and there's no grocery stores. And think of this. What more objective indictment can there be that the nation's #1 retailer can't have a store in the 25th largest statistical, measurements, city in the United States? And that is like, there's nothing more to be said than that. I mean, companies don't walk away from money.
Walmart doesn't have a store in, I actually don't know this. But so I grew up in the Detroit area. So I've seen this before. What's going on with Portland? And what Portland has done is what Detroit did from about 1978 through about 1990, but they did it in a year here in Portland.
Oh, they did it fast.
It was just so fast. I had season tickets to Timbers games and would go to the Timbers games all the time. I didn't miss a single game for 6 straight years. Okay. And I don't go anymore because it's not safe.
Yeah.
I'm not taking my wife up there. It's not happening.
Right. Kevin has season tickets to Timbers. He and his son, they go all the time. And I'm assuming they're still going, but it is getting definitely things more untenable there. In fact, I've got some, I have a story here I'll post here because speaking about the crime, this is from the Portland Tribune. An anti-shoplifting mission results in 138 arrests in Southeast Portland. In those 138 arrests, it recovered 17 stolen vehicles and nearly $14,000 in stolen merchandise. Let's see, is the mayor, are they cracking down a little too late after Walmart closes their stores?
Walmart embarrasses them and they're like, oh, okay, we better do something. Exactly. They're not changing Walmart's mind though.
No, yeah. Well, and the thing is,
you can arrest 1,000 people and it's not going to change it.
Yeah, Walmart's just the biggest and most visible one. There's been hundreds of smaller companies that have been forced into bankruptcy, have left, had their livelihoods destroyed. There was a huge story about, I want to say, the Benson Hotel had contracts for and that's like everybody knows about the Benson, one of the beautiful hotels in the country, historic landmark. Some huge percentage of their contracts just went away because people said, we can't have meetings in downtown Portland.
Nope.
Just can't do it anymore.
No, I used to work down there. I used to work for a IT consulting company down right on 6th Street. I was there every single day, all day long. And then, but that was 2015.
And that's about when it started going down. Well, it was going downhill before that, but that's when it accelerated.
And it started picking up speed.
So how long do you think it's going to take you to gather this 1,000 signatures?
I'm going to go with a day and a half tops.
We'll have you back next week. Let's see.
Yeah. See if I'm done. No, we're hoping we'll get them done by the end of the month. So here's a couple of spots if you're interested.
Okay.
And you live in the Salem area. Conservative women. Excuse me, not conservative. They are conservative. Capital City Republican Women's luncheon tomorrow at the Scottish Rite Center. I'll be there. That's my first stop. Let's see.
Okay, Capital City Republican Women meeting at the Scottish Rite Center. What time tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 11.
At 11 o'clock.
11 to 1, it is.
Okay.
Second stop is in Staten on Thursday night. And now you're going to make me go look for the venue.
Okay, so Thursday night. So they've got some things set up. It's all in the works. I'm sure it's all going to be posted on the website, I would hope. And
we're lucky.
or Facebook at the very least. I don't want to.
It'll be. I'll try and get it on the Facebook. Let's see. Wolfgang's Tap House in Staten on Thursday night at 5 p.m. Okay, don't tell Polk County I'm coming to their meeting right afterwards.
To where?
I'm going to the Polk County Central Committee meeting right afterwards in Dallas.
Okay,
it's at the Dallas High School. And then Friday, Freedom Business Fellowship, which is at River Church, North East Portland Road, on right next to Harbor Freight. So I'll be there starting about 5 p.m. And if I can get 300 signatures out of those 3 stops, I'll be very happy.
Fabulous. That sounds
here's
really
one
good.
to think about in the future.
We're talking about you, and there's others that are helping you. You've got Jean and you've got Carrie, you know, as well, I'm sure.
Well, we have a 5th member of our team as well. That's our treasurer, and that's Carol Williams.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Now, I only know the 3 of you, so who's the 4th?
Yeah, that would be Carol Williams, our treasurer.
Oh, you said a 5th member.
No, 4th.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We don't have 5th yet. We will, I'm sure.
Well, wonderful.
We'll probably have an 80th.
Sounds like you guys have got a great team, and this is really exciting to see. And I know now. Carol has been quite active and knows her way around doing petitions and the whole enchilada there. And so this is wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes. So then next, I'm going to plug somebody else. I'll be on KYKN next Monday with Denise at noon. Newsmakers at noon. Carrie just did that today, that show today.
Fabulous.
And she did an awesome job, by the way. We're both getting used to talking again. Let's see what else.
Well, it's good to take a little break for a little bit, you know, and now it's going to be ramping up. And yes, Bobby says, and we totally have to have Joel back for updates. And I guarantee you,
yes, you will.
We will have him back for updates for sure.
Yep. We will even be, I have to set up more events, but I've got those ones that I just mentioned. And then on the 27th of March, this month, ONRI, Ornery, is doing a big event at the Capitol, and we will be there gathering signatures again.
Fabulous.
Yep.
Fabulous. Now,
and I totally forgot the Marion County Central Committee meeting at the VFW on March 16th. Coming up.
Okay. So it sounds like you've got your 1,000 pretty well set. You know, we'll see.
I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do my 3rd. And then, you know.
All right. And then you'll get your official after that. Hopefully it won't be challenged. You know, sometimes ballot titles are, but hopefully it won't be. And then we'll have Joel back when they've got the 10 line or they've got their full ballot title, and we're gone down to the real big. Let's go. Here's the launch of the huge effort.
Yeah, we have we're looking for folks in every county to be a team lead there, and then we'll scale it that way.
Okay, well, let me tell you, it got cheers last night at our meeting for sure.
Good.
So, setting the groundwork and with the events that we're doing, we will be, of course, our fairgrounds and roundup. We'll then have that. And so
I think I'm going to see a lot of county fairs this summer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to go to all of them. Well, all of them that I can anyway. But yeah.
Cool.
Be great.
Well, hey, Joel, thank you.
Right. Thank you
so much for coming on Captive Audience. We appreciate you coming. We appreciate the effort of your team and with Jean and Carrie and Carol.
Yes.
This is awesome. Bringing this constitutional carry petition for Oregon. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. We'll have you back. Don, do you have any last words?
Nothing to add other than, well, I guess just real quickly how necessary this is. So when criminals can carry guns, their guns are concealed. Why can't the rest of us? So it speaks for itself. It speaks for itself.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Spread the message, everybody. Spread the message, and we'll be back on Friday, and have a great night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye.